So you know Saitama? From, like, one of the best anime ever, One Punch Man? And he's just one of, like, the coolest protagonists ever. Second only to Joseph Joestar, because, come on, guys. He's Joseph Joestar. He's a JoJo reference. Yeah, well, I want him in Jump Force. He's called One Punch Man. I put him in Jump Force, guys. He's in look at him. He's in Jump Force. It's like you got Goku, and then ignore it just seeing my hand at the bottom there. You got Luffy and Goku and Naruto, and then Saitama's there. Literally ignore seeing my fingers for a moment there. Literally just ignore it. I put him in. I'll stop. Okay, so let me explain how this would work. Okay, so there's two problems we need to address. One, only Shonen Jump characters are allowed in Jump Force. And Saitama, technically, he's Shonen Jump, but only in the US, not in Japan. So, like, that's kind of a problem, because manga and anime comes from Japan, so Shonen Jump in Japan should be the most important one. But, like, because he's in the US from Shonen Jump, they can kind of work around that. Also, I literally don't care, and I'm gonna make a moveset on him anyways, because I want him in the game, and I don't care if he's allowed to be in. I'm gonna make a moveset anyways, because I think it'd be cool for him to be in. Number two, he's One Punch Man. This is when we get into this gimmick. Okay, so at the start of every fight, he'd say something along the lines of, alright, I'm gonna hold back a ton in this fight, just so I can kind of feel like I'm having a real fight. I'll even pretend to get hit for you. That's a Saitama kind of thing to say, right? I'd hope so. And then all of his moves will have very, very few hits to them. If you're confused what I mean, you'll see later on. You will see later on. But they will each do a lot of damage, because even when holding back, he's Saitama! He's One Punch Man. And I know Goku is like the first, like, it's between him and Saitama for most powerful. And Goku is in Jump Force and nerfed heavily. But it's just that the idea of Saitama is completely different from Goku's. We're not debating whether or not Goku would beat Saitama. We're just saying that Saitama's idea is way bigger than Goku. So I'm not just gonna nerf him like they nerfed Goku. I think that this is a good idea that works around this stuff. Like the whole One Punch thing. Also, one quick note before we get started with the moves. Unless stated otherwise, he just moves his fist forward. He doesn't have any kind of wind up punch. He doesn't wind up at all. He just moves his fist forward. He will not lean into any punches unless stated otherwise. And this is regardless of what the images show, because I just picked random images of Saitama punches off Google. So, for the grounded rush, he would do a punch forward, and a punch with a little bit more force forward. Kind of a little bit of an upwards angle-ish. That's it. That's it. That's the grounded rush. That's all he does. And the thing is, this does just as much damage as Goku's or Deku's or anyone else's. Anyone else. Also, should have mentioned this sooner, but I'm dumb and didn't. He will take a little bit longer to wind up his moves than most other characters. He will take a bit of a moment to wind up. Not really wind up, but just to, like, prepare himself for the punch. Because he's got to, like, be ready to do such a weak punch, because he's not used to it. You know what I'm saying? He's not used to doing such a weird punch. He doesn't really wind up. More so is just prepare mentally, if that makes any sense. For the aerial rush, he'll do a punch, and then another punch. For the up rush, he'll do an upwards punch, and then punch with his left fist after a jump. He'd jump, and then punch with his left fist. Yep. For the down rush, this is not correct. This isn't how this is supposed to be set up. He does a downwards punch and then another downwards punch. It doesn't matter. They're the same image. It doesn't matter what order they're in. Fudge this. Ignore the big yellow arrow there as well. For the smash, he mixes things up a bit for the smash. He does a bit of a right elbow. Look at that. We're mixing things up a bit. And this smash, just because I feel like it launches really far, although still does some average damage. I just feel like making it launch really far. So deal with it. For the up smash, he'd lunge his hand up. I love this face. That's like the second best fight in the series, that one. But let's not talk about that. For the down smash, there's going to be a random image to show you, but stick with me for a moment. It'd be kind of like Min-Min's dash attack from Smash Bros. He'd do a bit of a lunging kick. I feel like mixing it up, you know? I just randomly felt like mixing it up for this move, you know? For the heavy, he'd just do a punch. he would wind up for a moment. Yeah, he is winding up for this punch. It's really, this is the entire heavy. It's just one punch, which is how he's supposed to be. I did consider making every single move just a singular punch and nothing else. You're lucky I didn't. You are so darn lucky I didn't make every single move a singular punch. Anyways, for the aerial heavy, I made a stick figure. Don't judge my poor art skills. So it'd be kind of like Dio's. I think it's Dio's anyways. Maybe I'm thinking of the Brawler avatar. I don't know. It's like somebody's, okay? And he'd kind of like spin down with both, not really spin down, just kind of lunge down with both feet onto the enemy. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, for the grab, it'd be kind of like Deku's. This is literally just an image of Deku's grab. He's just yeeting Goku. Deku's just yeeting Goku. He just kind of grabbed him, just casually tossed him, you know? He just casually tossed him with one hand. Unlike, I can't tell if Deku's doing it with one hand or not there. But Saitama would do it with one hand, because he's Saitama. Anyways, I think we've got the special moves next. Yes, we do! For the Y ability, consecutive normal punches. This is not going to be a ripoff of Aura. I swear. It's just consecutive normal punches. It's its own thing. Alright. So he quickly let out a bunch of punches in kind of a circle around him. If that makes any sense? I hope it does. I really hope it does. When hit by one punch, the foe's gonna be hit by the rest, kind of like with Aura. And it costs 3 ability points. Is that everything I wrote down? Never mind. It is just Aura. I lied to you. I thought I wrote more than that, but no. It's just Aura, but it costs 3 ability points because it's really strong. Because all the abilities, I should say, will do above average damage. Unlike the normal moves, which do normal damage, the abilities are going to do above average damage. But they all cost a lot. Next, we have the X ability, Air Slice. Basically, as you may remember from the fight with Genos, it's just a big punch, and then a bunch of air is let out, and it slices through the terrain like this. They'll do that, but on a much smaller scale. You take a solid couple seconds to charge up, then do a huge punch that sends really strong air blowing forward for like a solid distance. It's probably gonna have like sand tsunami kind of range, even more. It costs 3 ability points. And if you're hit by the punch itself, you are gonna take a lot of damage. Like a solid 1/5, I said like a fifth of your health is gone if you get hit by the punch itself. Do not get close to Saitama. Spam checkmate, spam starfinger, whatever you need to do. Do not get hit by this. Now I've got the A ability. I made a poll on Twitter. Bug spray or earth punch? Do you know what they voted for? 1 person voted for earth punch, 3 people voted for bug spray. So you're getting bug spray. Bug spray is your A ability. You get bug spray. Are you happy? Are you happy with yourselves? Are you happy with yourselves? Yeah, it could have been earth punch. Let's see what I wrote down for earth punch. He'd take a moment, then punch the ground, causing a multi-hit mini earthquake around him. That's a cool move. It's like Detroit Smash. I love Detroit Smash. No, it has to be bug spray. Okay then. Where? Oh, my cat's here. Oh, hello, Rachel. Okay, let's see what I wrote down for bug spray. All right then. He'd swatted a bug that's in front of him a few times. He'd swatted a bug a few times. If you're hit by one of those swats, it do kind of small damage. It do barely below average damage if you're hit by one of those swats, and then you'd immediately get swatted away and get sent launching after only 1 swat. Then, after that doesn't work, and the bug's still there, he'd use bug spray. It would do 0 damage if somebody gets hit by it, but it would stun people, allowing for follow-ups, but only from some of his fastest moves. Like, pretty much just like the rushes is pretty much all you could follow up with. Because, yeah, his moves do take a moment for him to prepare for. It costs 2 freaking ability points. I just closed my notebook. Why would I do that? I still have another move to go. Why would I close it? Now I have to flip back to the right page. This is quality content, gamers. Okay, final move, awaken ability, is Serious Punch. What do you know? I'm pretty sure this is him punching Centauro. This isn't actually Serious Punch. He doesn't use Serious Punch against Centauro. Or Elder Centipede, or whatever they're called. Yeah. It's Serious Punch. Okay, so, Serious Punch. Unlike most characters who rush forward, he just does a punch in front of him. He just does a singular punch in front of him. And so you have to be pretty close to him to get hit by the move. And, yeah, it plays out a little cutscene that, it's pretty much like when he does Serious Punch against Boros. He just winds up and he does half their health. He does half. What was that? What was that? What was that? Huh? I didn't say anything. It just kind of does half the health. If not awakened. Okay, got a confession to make. It would do half their health. Saitama also can't awaken. So, that's good. I have just made the he can't awaken decision as I'm recording this video. But I like the decision. Saitama cannot awaken. It does half their health. They have to be right in front of him, not shielding. And I consider making every single one of his moves break shield. You are welcome I didn't do that. Okay? You are darned welcome. All his moves don't break shield. Only smash and heavy smash. You're lucky, okay? So yeah, that's his awakened ability. Do a quick punch in front of him, initiate a cutscene of him doing, like he goes against Boros, and it would always do half their health. On to the final meme slide. I only found one meme while browsing Google for images. It's an alright meme. It's kind of unoriginal. Jump Force movesets are really quick and don't allow for a lot of memes. That's my idea for the meme Saitama in Jump Force. Well, how'd you like that, gamers? That was interesting. I'm gonna keep stalling here until the music's at a good spot. So, the last 3 episodes of One Punch Man are really good. But yeah, I think that's gonna be all for today's video. Gamers, this has been Flamin' Game. It's not doing the One Punch thing. There we go. For now, gamers, this has been Flame Game 7. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow my Twitter, and One Punch! Do.